I call my memoir The Mixed Marriage Project, a memoir of love, race, and family, because it comes out of my discovery of my father's and later my mother's interviews of Black-white couples in Chicago, uh, all during my childhood. And I learned that actually it began in the 1930s. And so, because it's based on those interviews and my memories of my father working on his project on interracial marriage while I was growing up and my reactions to reading those papers, I decided to call my memoir The Mixed Marriage Project. My memoir really delves into the many, many ways that race, love, and law have been entangled in US history, starting from the slavery era, when very early on in the colonies, some of the very first laws passed in the colonies were laws banning sexual relationships between white people and Black people. So very early on, embedded in the very first laws, we see this long-standing historic entanglement of the regulation of love and race by law. Throughout my career, I have shied away from the issue of interracial intimacy and interracial marriage. I never really tackled that, and I've always thought that it wasn't as important a topic as the ones I was working on. And I think part of it also was this debate I had with my father about whether interracial intimacy could overcome racism. And because I felt so strongly that it could not, I think I shied away from grappling with that question in my own research. But as I read the interviews stretching from the 1930s to the 1960s, and he actually went on to interview couples into the 1980s, I started to change my view of that because it was so clear to me that the regulation of race and family and interracial intimacy, interracial marriage has been such an important way that the government has reinforced a racial hierarchy. And so, if I'm going to be concerned about a racial hierarchy and I want to dismantle it, I think that this topic is one that I should wrestle with. I think it's really important to grapple with the question of how do we love each other in a racist society? How can we cross the huge chasm of race that's been created and reinforced historically in America to be able to love each other as equal human beings? And I began to see that that actually is the question I've been asking throughout my career. And my father's papers and working on the memoir and really wrestling more with it was a transformative experience for me.